So we'll need to actually fix how this event is getting fired. So it's going to actually contain stuff. And it's actually good that I went and made this whole event system. It's actually quite helpful. Oh man, Frosty has is hosting me. Hooray. Thank you, sir. Visual Studio is just going to lock up like it normally does. It's like, oh hey, it's time to lock up. Thanks, Visual Studio. It's been like 5 minutes since I've done that. Am I just going to have to force kill Visual Studio? I'll give you another 30 seconds to fix yourself. He fixed himself. What? I'm still trying to decide if I should participate in this. They've got a kind of a small game jam for create something in a day on the 19th. The only problem being that their game jam thing is at an actual location. You know, with other people. Come build a game in 8 hours. Video game makers, interactive audiences, or registration, sign up. I really don't understand why. Yeah, other people. Well, the main thing would be I'd have to go make sure that I've got the laptop set up and all that sort of crap, and that's just annoying because the laptop I have isn't super modern. Well, I mean it's just kind of old and busted, and there's no way in hell I can transport the monster that is the machine under my desk. The damn thing weighs 2 million pounds and is gigantic. I mean, the case is so big it comes up to my hip when I stand. You know, it's too big to fit under my desk. So it's not really an option. Like taking them, and then the monitors. I've got like these 30-inch square monitors. They're not 30-inch widescreen monitors. They're squares, so 30 inches is actually massive. Yeah, it's kind of a beast. It was pretty funny when I bought the thing, and all the pieces came in the mail, and the and I was over in Seattle at the time, and the leasing office got this giant box that is heavy as hell. They're just like the leasing office people were trying to guess like what the hell was in there. And one guy did think it was a computer case, and that person won, but they were when I went in to get it, there were a couple people that were like waiting. They're like, "What is it? What is it? What's in the box?" It's like it's a gigantic computer case. But it's kind of funny when you order stuff online from Amazon or third parties or whatever, and how they'll ship things and drop stuff off at your door. So, like the $200 sticks of RAM or whatever, oh sure, they'll make sure to put that in the leasing office. But the $2,000 processor, yeah, let's just put that right on the right on your door. Like, it's just a small box, right? Throw that next to there. That's not the most expensive thing in the entire computer. Yeah. But yeah, it's a proper rig. It's got all the things. It's got that i7 with those 16 logical cores, so I can do all the superpower things that I need to superpower. Okay, so the main thing is I need the scorers, the assisters, and all that sort of crap inside of this thing. So I need to figure out where I actually call these sorts of events. It looks like I call this from inside of something, so I need to reboot up the editor there. Well, that's what an i7 is. If you've got the 8 core with dual core, so you get 16 logical cores. So the question is, where am I throwing this event from? I think I'm throwing it from inside the BP arena level. I need a local variable, which is a bracket sec. So this will be assisters and scorer data, assister data. So this will be a bracket sec user data array, and this will be a bracket sec user data. Just a normaler one. So Can we actually set data on this? Well, that sounds like lunch for sure, or dinner. So what I want to look at is why can't I set variables on these things very easily? Yeah, because we have blueprint read write on like the username here. So we should. So I guess what I need to do is I need to just call make bracket user data out of this thing here, and basically just call set score data on it, like that. And we need to know if this is an own goal or not. So let's get an own goal boolean here. Alright, so we need to get the own goal. We have our score information. And then we have our assist data. It's getting a little messy in here, but At least we're starting to get things that I believe actually make sense. You banned the longboard. Why, you didn't like him just sitting there? It's like, no. We can't have the electrical longboard anymore. Get out of here. Carcan's getting bored over there, so she's banning bots. But those bots artificially inflate the user numbers for my channel. So there's no reason not to have them. Alright, so we need to go to that score stuff and add a new thing. Let's see. It's inside of the screen, right? It's against the terms of service to have bots inflate numbers. But what if I didn't ask for it? What if it's benign collusion, right? It's not that I'm actively trying to increase the number of people on my channel. It's that they somehow show up, and there's just nothing I can do about that. You know, I don't have anything to do with that. I have no knowledge of what these skateboards and longboards do in their spare time, why they exist. Generic user score. Okay, so if we go to our score widget, we would want an array of would we want an array of things? What do we want for assists? Would we want an assist widget with their assist names kind of on the side or something like that? Well, I mean, let's be honest. If your Twitch bots also increase your numbers you can show to other people, right? So there's probably not as large of a crackdown on bots because everybody kind of benefits from them. Alright, so the other thing that we probably want here is we want some sort of texture here to show that it was an own goal as opposed to a regular goal. Let's see if we've got anything that can do that. Like we've got, where's our sad bitey face? Like we have that one there, but don't see any sad things that we can use. And I could kind of pull off. Maybe these guys would work alright for it. Like own goal, I'll snag those. So why don't we just do that? So let's grab these guys. Let's set them to the user interface texture group. And very good. Well, I'm only going to use what I've got nicely and easily available for myself because I'm lazy. it's such a comically bad animation that it's perfect. Alright, so what I am waiting for here is I want to see escort on myself. So the other question would be, should we play some assist sort of things? Yeah, I think we want some assist widgets too, right? No, let's get rid of it. We should just have the assists come in here. And what do we need? Text box is... No, we don't want that, do we? Allows the user to input stuff. It's edible text box widget. Yeah, there's no multi-line, is there, in this thing? Let me just see, multi-line text box, UMG. How to use text box, multi-line, how to make it read only. Place regular text inside of a scroll box. Alright, so this is how we can do this guy. And the score widget needs to take a list of, so we need the scorer, which is going to be a bracket user data object. And then we'll also need an assisters, which is an array of them. So these are both public and expose on spawn for them. And we'll remove the scorer name when we can. Alright, so score widget needs to be compiled and saved, which should expose stuff here, so we should pass these guys through. Delete that. Delete that. Alright, so if we go to setup, we want to grab the scorer, break that, and get the username off of it, as opposed to the rest of this. Alright, so we'll set that up. The other thing we want is the assisters, so for each of them, No, I append a new line inside of a text variable or something else like that. Shift enter, line break made using shift enter. Okay, so what you do is you do this sort of thing, and I see, so I can do it like that. Alright, so we should set the assists and all of that. So let's see how that looks. Alright, so it totally works. That's very good. Okay, so score it on themselves. Now this is with the assist. Alright, so that's like that. Okay, so we've got that working now. So, what is the next step? Probably for the score widget, what we want to do is we also want just a middle animation. Alright, so if we do this, let's do a translate on the X. So 200, negative 200, 200, and then 0. And then we go to this guy, and we go to our event graph. and then we should have a animation. It's so awful. It was just. But it should show off that the frame rate is good for all that, so Adam can do a few things with it. Just the judgmental eyes of the Dashkin. But I think that's kind of what Adam's going to want to be looking for this stuff, is that we can actually do that sort of animation and not have it look all choppy. It actually matches the frame rate. So what else have we got? I guess we need the message list thing, right? So we've got the text queue widget, which is a single message. So if we go to our HUD, basically what we've got for our text queue is this thing here, but what we really want is like this box here, right? So the mission objective list. So we should actually have a kind of a text queue widget, and then we should have a text queue line. Now, is there any way to change the opacity of this thing? Why does this go farther than... Oh, it's just annoying that the transform is a curve like this. I don't want it to be a curve. Okay, there. Okay, so there's a flatten button. Okay, so the question is, how is this going to look on a text line queue? So if we have a text queue widget, basically what we've got is we want a panel that is kind of like the objective list. So the objective list had a box, which is just a vertical box. So the queue needs to be just a vertical box, so replace with vertical box. And we don't want these guys coming in here. So the vertical box is like that. And how did I set this up? It's just a box with a thing on it, and then we do this set for stage, setup debug, which creates all these UI widgets on it. So what we want to do here is go into our graph, branch on design time, and setup for debug. Is that what I called it on the other one? Setup debug, not setup for debug. Alright, so pretty much what we want is just a for loop. Can we not just do a So we want to create a widget which is going to be a text queue line, which is going to have, let's call this background. So for this guy, basically when we play